Shalom. All praises, blessings, glories, and honors to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash, and double honors to my elder apostles and bishop elders of Great Millstone, who told me this truth, as well of men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad, which means peace and mercy to the elect of the nation of Israel, Umayusoka Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the seed line of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom, beginning with the 144,000 prophets. And Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, willing, this lesson is edifying. My name is Quanawath, and in today's lesson, we will comment on the Gospel of today, which is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 25, verse 4. And these are the words of our Lord Yahweh Shai in the red letter, which reads, "But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps." Now, the context of this particular verse is based on a parable of the kingdom of heaven that our Lord Yahweh Shai was sharing with the disciples who later became apostles. This parable was the kingdom of heaven being likened unto 10 bridesmaids or 10 virgins who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. And so we will read from the book of St. Matthew, chapter 25, verse 1. It reads in the NLT, "Then the kingdom of heaven," which the kingdom of heaven represents this knowledge, which is within the hearts, the minds of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21. Not 21, excuse me. Forgive me, Babak Shah. Please bear with me 1 second. Luke, chapter 17, verse 21. "Neither shall they say, Lo," which means look, here, or Lo, look, there. For, behold, the kingdom of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, is within you. And so the kingdom of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which begins with this knowledge, is within you out there of the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? And so the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 bridesmaids, 10 virgins, who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. In the NLT, it says 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. And who are the 5 that were wise? The righteous, whereas the foolish, the unrighteous, those that had once received this knowledge and forsook it due to the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, and given up Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai for the world, so that they may fulfill their carnal, worldly, fleshly lusts. But ultimately, because they are not of the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? And who is the bridegroom? The bridegroom is our Lord Yahweh Shai. How do we know this? Let's find out. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband. So we have been espoused. We have been engaged. We are destined and promised to be married to one husband, who is our Lord Yahweh Shai, the elect of the nation of Israel, is the Lamb's wife, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay? And so we know who the bridegroom is and what the kingdom of heaven is as well, and where it is found. It is within the hearts, the minds of the elect of the nation of Israel. It says, the 5 who were foolish didn't take enough olive oil for their lamps. The oil represents the deep understanding of the scriptures, this knowledge. So 5 who were foolish didn't take enough oil for their lamps. So they didn't take enough olive oil. They didn't take a sufficient amount of this understanding with them in their lamps, in their minds, in their hearts. Because the time will come when this understanding, this knowledge, even as I speak, will be extremely important, even as it is as I speak. During the evils, which means the bad times of Jacob's trouble, whereby the scripture states, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, is whose treasure? An elect Israelite man's treasure. Because during the evils of Jacob's trouble, wisdom will give us stability, equilibrium of mind. Because the Lord will allow us to understand why all the things that he will be bringing upon the earth will be happening. He will comfort us, provide us with sustenance, food, drink. Comforts. Scripture says that my servant shall eat, but the rest are going to be hungry and thirsty and mourning. It says, but the other 5 were wise enough to take along extra oil. Because in order for the lamp to continue burning, to last, it needs a great amount of oil. And that oil represents his knowledge. When the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. Because Yahweh Shai had went back to the spiritual realm to sit. And sometimes he stands on the right-hand side of the Father Yahweh. And we are yet this day in our captivity, awaiting the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. And though these prophecies may seem to tarry, though they may seem to delay, they will surely come. They will not tarry, according to the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. So we ought to be vigilant and patient, because the bridegroom is coming. Even though it may seem as if he's delayed or delaying, he's coming. And all those that are settled upon their lees, that are asleep, that are marrying and given into marriage, that are in the house of mirth, are going to be caught unawares, off guard, because our Lord Yahweh Shah will return like a thief in the night with a sword, one to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, according to Isaiah the 66th chapter. It says, but the other 5 were wise enough to take along extra oil, and they represent the elect, the righteous. When the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. Verse 6, at midnight reading the King James version, NLT, it says, at midnight they were roused by the shout, look, the bridegroom is coming. And that's what we're telling you Israelites out there. It begins with elect. The bridegroom is coming. So picture you have 5 people that are asleep, settled upon their lees, while the other 5 have their lamps in their hands. It's burning bright, and they're watching. And then they see the bridegroom coming, and then they shout, oh, look, it's the bridegroom. He's coming. And then the others that had became drowsy and fell asleep, they heard the shout, they hear it, and they get up. Oh shit! They're scattering, they looking, trying to find their lamps, but guess what? It's out. The fire's out. It's all out, man. No oil. Let's picture this. Look, the bridegroom is coming. Come out and meet him. All the bridesmaids got up and prepared their lamps. Then the 5 foolish ones asked the others, please give us some of your oil, because our lamps are going out. Why? Because they weren't watching. They didn't prepare enough. And because they didn't prepare, they fell short. My old man would always tell me when I was growing up, this proverbially a saying which you older heads know very well: if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So the Lord had set them up to fail from the very beginning by putting a spirit upon them to be slothful, be drowsy, and to eventually fall into a deep sleep, whereby they are and were unable to be circumspect, vigilant, watchful, mindful, in fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All the bridesmaids got up and prepared their lamps. Then the 5 foolish ones asked the others, please give us some of your oil, because our lamps are going out. But the others replied, we don't have enough for all of us. Go to a shop and buy some for yourselves. Go to the sellers and buy. See that? But while they were gone to buy oil, the bridegroom came. Right. Then those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was locked. Later, when the other 5 bridesmaids returned, they stood outside calling, Lord, Lord, open the door for us. But he called back, believe me, I don't know you. Who the hell are you? You were supposed to be with the other bridesmaids, but you weren't there. Who the hell are you? I don't know you. So you too must keep watch. So the point of this parable is for us to keep watch for For we know not what hour the Lord will return. For you do not know the day or hour of my return. See that? And then our Lord goes on to share another parable. So these parables are very heavy, and we have to sit down and really meditate deeply on them and visualize them. So, with that, I will conclude this lesson. This has been another commentary, except this time on the gospel of the day instead of the verse of the day. And with that, I will say shalom to the elect. I'll catch y'all, Lord's willing, in the next lesson. Shalom.